I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto the Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors unto my apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I want to say peace, mercy, and blessings to the hopeful elect. The true name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, which means He exists or He is to be. The true name of the Son is Yahushai, which means He is the deliverer. Okay? We are the Hebrew Israelites, and there's 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, all right? The so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, Lancers, Hispanics. Okay, we're the people that make up the lost 12 tribes of Israel. The so-called white man is not white, he's red. He's the devil, the Edomites, according to the Holy Bible. Okay, and this article is from All News Pipeline. It says, as Babylonians, okay, or Americans struggle just to survive, illegals, invaders being handed the keys to the kingdom. Free food, medical, apartments, prepaid debit cards, and stealing homes, aka squatting. Right, the average American is drowning in debt. Actually, let's look at the national U.S. debt clock. Okay, so this is the U.S. debt clock, and you can look this up on usdebtclock.org. The average American is drowning in debt. Okay. Assets per citizen. U.S. total national assets. Okay. U.S. national debt. What's that? 34 trillion. Okay. Debt per citizen, 103,000. Debt per taxpayer, 266,000. Okay. So this is that thick clay spoken about in the scriptures, man, in the book of Habakkuk. That's the Spirit's going right to it. Habakkuk 2. I'm going to just start at 1. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower and will watch to see what he will say unto me and what I shall answer when I am reproved. Right. The prophets, prophet means to say before it happens, right? Your prophets are your watchmen. All right, and they're watching the news. They're looking at articles. They're looking up words. They're looking at geography. All right, they're watching for dreams, signs. You know, all of these spiritual things. The Yahweh Shem Yahushai has his men watching. Okay, in an ancient world, you would set watchmen upon your towers to watch over the kingdom. Well, that's what the prophets are, the watchmen over the kingdom, the nation of Israel. And we're blowing up the trumpet in Zion. So you can precept that with Joel 2. Matter of fact, I'll just get it. You know, the Spirit's flowing. You know. Call all Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Because it says, what? Blow up ye the trumpet in Zion. Right? Let's go to the blue letter. Thank you. This is Joel 2 and 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion. Right? So, and you can also go to 2 Ezra 15. Speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy. All right, because it's warning. It's a message to repent. Seek Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because the name of the Lord is a strong tower. Right, Yahweh means he exists. The name of the Son is Yahushai, which means he is the deliverer. Okay, blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound the alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of Yahweh Shem Yahushai cometh, for it is nigh at hand. Right, watch the first episode of Fallout. I mean, the whole series is great. I actually had the video game. I used to play it when I was first coming into the truth. My ex-woman got it for me, or ex-demon or whatever. I had Fallout 3, but now there's Fallout 4. So the show is based off the video game, right? Now, when you watch the show, it's pretty good. There's a scene where it shows you the heavens being rolled together as a scroll or the mushroom cloud. Let me see if I can find it. There you go, right there. And this is what's coming. Okay, this is what's coming. Now, whether they be double F's, you know, blank flags, you know, the Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to bring destruction. It's going to bring calamity, and the cherry on top is going to be nuclear destruction. Okay, Slovakia, you know, parked by some spirits here. But anyway, back in Habakkuk 2. And Yahweh Shem Yahushai answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon the tables, right? And just write down the vision, right? Make it plain upon the table. The scriptures is plain unto the chosen, you know. it says that he may run that readeth it. Now, who's the runners? We're the runners. We're the prophets of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We're the ones running. Okay, we're running to do lessons. We're running to camp. You know, we're running to the altar. We're running to serve Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We're running to pray, to repent, to fast, to Passover. Okay, it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, right? The nuclear destruction is for an appointed time. Day, second, minute, hour. Okay, the MOTB, the third woe, the second coming of Yahushua. All right, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. And now that we're at the end, we can hear and see these prophecies speaking. And you can tell it's not lying. Okay, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. No, it seems like it's tarry. Wait for it. All right, we're in the year 2024, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. Just wait for it, man. Right? It says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. His soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. That's dealing with Esau, the self-proclaimed white man. All right? There's no mercy promised unto this nation. In fact, Obadiah 1:8, 1:18 says they will be wiped out. And rightfully so. Okay? Verse 5. Yet also because he transgressed it by wine. His wine is his philosophies. All right? His religion, his Catholicism, his white Jesus, his crime family, his Illuminati, his 33rd degree Freemasonry, his woman's lib, his democracy, his Republican, his presidency, his FRN notes. That's his wine. And through that, he has brought great sin upon the earth, because he's the border of wickedness. Okay? He is a proud man, needed to keep it at home, which he stole this land and called it America, which means bitter. But he don't just stay here with his wickedness. He spreads it all over. All over the world, he has U.S. embassies and consulates. Okay? Who enlarged his desire as hell as the grave, which the grave can never be satisfied, and is as death, because everyone on the earth has a day when they're going to die. So the grave is never satisfied. Well, that's like the mind of the elites and Esau. And that's why they want to put a rights device in everyone. Total control. And cannot be satisfied, but gathered unto him all nations, and heaped unto him all people. And you have America, the great melting pot. You know, you have all the tribes here. You have so-called, which the article is going to go into, but you have military-aged men, so-called Chinese men, and other nations coming through the border, whether it be through Canada and south of the border. Okay? Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe, destruction, to him that increaseth that which is not his, how long? And to him that laded himself with thick clay. And this man Esau, he's laden with thick clay, which means heavy debts that he cannot repay. This is why they need the third woe. All right? The word there is abatya, or abat. This is not working right now. Of course it's not. Okay, well, when you look up this word for clay, you can see Strong's 5671. The Hebrew is abtit, or abat, yeah. And it literally says debts. Okay, that's what it goes into. So the average American is here struggling, drowning in debt through just gas, which the price of gas has gone up, and then you also got food, you know, which is why people are hitting food banks. And then you have these invaders coming up, and they're getting free food, medical, apartments, prepaid debit cards. So people are pissed off. This is going to cause uproars of the people, man. All right, call all your Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Right? This is going to lead to anger. It's going to lead to confusion. It's going to lead to protests. Okay? It's going to lead to crime against these people. Okay? And what do you think is going to happen? These so-called invaders or illegals, they're going to click up and they're going to start attacking you Babylonians. Right? It is bad enough that Sleepy Creepy openly encouraged a full-scale invasion of Babylon by literally telling foreigners to search the borders. And when he was just a candidate for the president, but once his regime took control, they facilitated the surge. So they facilitated the invasion of this place. And now it's invaded with sleeper cells, foreign troops, you know, people that hate this place, they're just ready for shit to pop off. People that's going to be used for the UN troops, the Gurger troops, Jacob's trouble, right? I would in fact, this is sleepy creepy, I would in fact make sure that we immediately surge to the border. All those people who are seeking asylum, they deserve to be heard, Biden said. That's who we are. We're a nation that says if you want to flee and you're fleeing oppression, you should come. Millions of illegals have been released into the U.S. since Sleepy Creepy began occupying the White House. And we have written about the increase of Moab, or Chinese, military-aged men, along with a significant number of people on the terrorist watch list being caught, leaving us to wonder how many of those terrorists came through without being detained. Okay? So with those reminders out of the way, and with more illegals being allowed to cross every single day, we see more evidence. That's why you have the movie Civil War. Okay? Because you got to think, that's right, that border's Texas. So these illegals, they're going to cause a lot of ruckus, this, that, and the third in Texas. So people of Texas don't want that. So that's going to cause, this is going to fuel the fire of Egyptian against Egyptian. Okay? People who committed a crime as their first act in the U.S. simply by crossing the border anywhere, but at the illegal points of entries are being handed the keys to the kingdom, while Babylonian citizens are struggling just to survive. Starting with the most recent slap in the face to Babylonian citizens, we see that the Democrat-controlled Denver, Colorado, just cut $8 million from the police department's part of another $45 million to help deal with the skyrocketing illegal problem. So they're taking away from the police department, right? And they're supposed to protect the people, meaning these illegals are going to get buck wild, and you're not going to be able to call 911. A Democrat-controlled city announced $45 million in funding for programs to help deal with the skyrocketing number of migrant arrivals it is facing, resulting in over $8 million in budget cuts for the police department. Okay? These police, they don't say fuck it and just take care of their own families. Because they don't really pay a lot to be a cop anyway. And then you got the stigma behind it, you know. Denver Mayor Mike Johnston announced last week a package of $45.9 million to fully fund programs for newcomers for 2024 and avoid worst-case scenarios projected by the city. And, man, you got to think, man, if it's Mr. Trump getting there, Nero, who we believe to be Nero, it gets in there, he's going to do a mass deportation, okay? And some people that are actually Americans, you might have your birth certificate, your social, your ass going to get deported with them, you know? The latest official records about crime in Denver for 2022, which shows the crime rate at 2.8 times greater than the U.S. average. It was higher than the 98.8% U.S. cities. The 2022 Denver crime rate rose by 11% compared to 2021. Since Sleepy Creep's regime's open border policies, illegal aliens in Denver have increased, and with that increase, crime has increased. So we can see where this is going. This is kind of a lengthy article. It's a lot of good information in our videos, you know, but for time's sake, you know, I just can't read all of it, you know. But I will get a little more, right? It says, with a complete lack of logic and common sense, an increase in both crime and illegal somehow justifies an $8 million budget cut from the very people out there fighting said crime. Okay, that's because they want anarchy. They want uproars of the people. They want violence. And this is why there's going to be sedition among men. Let me see if I get that. This is 2 Esdras 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. So the men of the Lord, the prophets, were diligently measuring the time. For the Most High sent back Abba Vivens, linking that with Malachi 4:5-6. I shall send you Elijah the prophet before the great and terrible day of Yahweh Shem Yahushua the Lord cometh. Okay, the great awakening of the valley of dry bones, Ezekiel 37. Most High setting the apostles last, you know, after the so-called Black Panther movement, civil rights movement, all this, that, and the third. Who's, you know, we got the Israelites, starting with our apostles and elders, you know, the top men of the Lord on the earth right now. Okay, it says, so we're measuring the time diligently. You know, we see the roars and rumors of war. So we see, you know, Elon Musk is doing with the brain device. More and more talks of the Rice device, people paying, using their hand or forehead. Okay, so we're measuring the time diligently, man. The solar eclipse, all right? The great Babylonian solar eclipse, might have added that crossed over, had made the X mark the spot in city in Babylon. I believe it's named Egypt, and also it passed through 9 cities with the name Nineveh in it, linking this place with the modern day Nineveh. Okay? He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it's the very same time where the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So it's the very same time where Yahweh is getting ready to send Yahweh Shai back. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, right? And we see earthquakes, we see uproars of the people. It's going to be more of that in Babylon, right? You can expect a lot of uproars this summer. It's going to be a hot summer, man. Going into the fall, then you got elections coming up. You can expect uproars all throughout this year, going into next summer. Okay? Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning, right? The Most High declared it from the beginning. These prophecies were written down thousands of years ago, but now it's being made. Now it's speaking. Going back to Habakkuk 2. For like as all that's made in the world had a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Meaning to be made plain is speaking. But at the end it shall speak and not lie. It's not lying. It was never lying. But now you see that we're not lying, because the Most High is not a man that he should lie or could lie. Okay? Book of Nahum. And this is a very fire chapter. So I'll read some of this and then I may end it. But if you want to look at this article, I highly recommend. This is from All News Pipeline, okay? Dated April 17th, right? A lot of good information about the illegals coming up here, man. Like I said, this is modern day Nineveh. Okay. Nahum 3:1. Woe to the bloody city, that's Babylon the Great. All right, how do we know that? Because Revelation 17 said, and I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints. So that makes this the bloody city. Who are the saints? The Israelites. Okay? And some of us we have to be martyrs for this thing. Apostle Tahar also did a video about Trump being Nero and the guillotines. It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departed not, right? Because, they refuse to let us go. The north and the southern kingdom. We're the prey here, especially the men. We're the top prey here. Okay? The noise of a whip and the noise of the rattling of the wheels and of the prancing horses and of the jumping chariots, right? Concrete jungles, right? LA traffic, fighter jets, satellites, MRAPs, tanks, things of that nature. This is what's coming, man. Military vehicles, UN vehicles, all right? To a neighborhood near you. The horsemen lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear. Okay, and that's these different weapons they got. Different type of, high-tech guns that you might see on Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Esau got some shit, man. And they're getting ready to unleash it. Okay, down there, and I believe there's a documentary about Panama Canal, where Esau fucked up the tribe of Zebulon down there, the Panamanians, tribe of Zebulon, right? They were using lasers. And I believe that's back in the 80s or so, man. They were using lasers back then. So imagine what they got now. Okay? And there's a multitude of slain and great number of carcasses, and there's none end of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses. It tells you in Jeremiah that their bodies shall be poured out like dung in the street. They shall not be buried nor lamented. Okay? Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, that's the Babylon the Great, that's the whore, that's this place, what you know as the US of A, the mistress of witchcrafts, okay, that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcrafts. Behold, I am against thee, said Yahweh Shem Shai of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will shew the nations thy nakedness and the kingdoms thy shame. And this place is a laughing stock, a mocking stock, and they call it great Satan. And I will cast abominable filth upon thee and make thee vile and set thee as a gazing stock. And that's when Yahweh Shem Shai sends that nuclear destruction. Okay, I'm telling you, man, watch that first episode of that show, Fallout. It's fire. And it shall come to pass that all All they that look upon thee shall flee from thee, and say, Nineveh is laid waste. Who will bemoan her? Whence shall I see comforters for thee? Right. Art thou better than Populus? No. Thou was situate among the rivers that had waters round about it. Right. Populus, I believe, was a city in ancient Egypt or near ancient Egypt, and it was situated and had waters around it, so it was well fortified, if you will. Okay, whose rampart was the sea, and her wall was from the sea, so they thought they were safe because they were like set out in the island, if you will. Thought they were untouchable. But that's the Babylonians. They feel like they're untouchable. This is the rejoicing city that dwelt carelessly, right? Ethiopia and Egypt were her strength, and it was infinite. Put and Libum were thy helpers. Yet was she carried away. She went into captivity. Her young children also were dashed in pieces at the top of all the streets, and they cast lots for her honorable men, and all her great men were bound in chains. See, this is what happened. No one's... Yahweh Shem Yoshai, you ain't untouchable, man. All kingdoms that came, they fell. The Syrians fell. Babylonians fell. Medo-Persians fell. Greeks, Romans fell. All right? Thou also shalt be drunken. Thou shalt be hid. Thou also shalt seek strength because of the enemy. All thy strongholds shall be like fig trees with the first ripe figs. If they be shaken, they shall fall into the mouth of the eater. They're going to be soft. They're going to be ripe for the picking. They're going to fall easy. That's what Yahweh Shem Yahushua is saying. Okay? Behold, when Mosai brings the wrath, they're going to fall easy. These Babylonian soldiers are fucking cake. They're pussies. Okay? Behold, thy people in the midst of thee are women. The gates of thy land shall be set wide open unto thy enemies. What is Sleepy Creepy doing? Allowing millions of illegals to come in since his ass got in office. The fire shall devour thy bars. Okay, and that's going into the troops, man. Let's get a couple more. Let me get this in the GNT. All right, go back and send that to me. All right. 2nd Ezra 15, Good News Translation. I'm going to start at 14. The world and the people in it are doomed. The war that will bring their destruction is very near. That's the third woe. But before the third woe comes, it's going to be a mass implementation of the rice device. The dollar's going to collapse. Okay? The Mossad is going to set Egyptian against Egyptian. Okay? Nations will arm themselves and fight against other nations. There will be great political turmoil with one group trying to overpower another and gain control while ignoring the legitimate government. That's what that movie Civil War is about. This is what's coming. There will no longer be free access to the cities. Right? You're going to desire to go to a city, but you ain't going to be able, but it's because you don't have any gas. You don't have enough fuel. You can't make it there. Right? Like I said, you don't have free access. You can't buy your way in. You don't have the rice device, so you can't, beep your way in. Because the struggle for power will bring destruction, terror, and total confusion everywhere people live. Driven by famine and terrible suffering, people will assault their neighbors and mercilessly plunder their possessions. Man, what you think these people getting ready to do? All right? Hey, with that, man, I got to end it. Stay strong, call upon the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, pray fast, study, continue to study and read, continue to pray without ceasing. And I pray this was edifying, giving all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, double honors to our apostles, and that was a great millstone. Shalom to the elect.